Good evening, students. Today we are going to revise the entire chapter number 6, where we will see the important concepts and how these concepts are applied to solve the questions. So in this chapter, the concepts are very much limited, but the questions are framed in different fashions. For MCQs, even the questions are also limited, but for the subjective and explanatory type of question, variety of questions are framed and they are a bit of better standard. But considering the point of MCQs, let us do this chapter. A student, we have learned about similarity of two or more figures. So similarity means the same shape but different size. This criteria is verified either by considering the equality of respective angle, means if all the angles are equal, means respective angle of the two triangle or respective angle of the two quadrilaterals are equal, then the figure will be similar. Another is ratio of respective side. If the ratio of sides are equal in each cases, so 4 sides are there, the 4 ratios you have to take, and the 4 ratios are equal, then the quadrilateral will be similar. If it is a triangle, then there will be 3 ratios, so it is that. So similarity basically means these two things. We have to focus about the similarity of triangle, in which these two, one is called angle is followed as it is, means respective angle are equal, then the two triangle are similar. If the respective sides are in same proportion, means the ratio of respective sides are equal, then the two triangle will be similar. Combining these first two, the third criteria is derived called SAS, side angle side, where the ratio of two sides are in same, but and the angle included between these sides, that is important. The angle must be the included angle is also equal, then the two triangle will be similar. So these are the three criteria. A student, even this similar triangle or this similar criteria can be basically derived from basic proportionality theorem. So this basic proportionality theorem is nothing that it is basically, this basic proportionality theorem is dealing within a single triangle, where it tells that if we are drawing a line parallel to one of the side of a triangle, and this line is cutting the other two sides at any 2 points, then taking the ratios of the sides formed will be same. So that is the basically gives, or this basic proportionality theorem, that is the ratio of the sides in which this parallel line is dividing the given triangle, that will be same. So this concept is used in this SSS, side, means ratio of respective sides are same or their sides are proportional. So that's why this criteria starts with basic proportionality theorem. Though basic proportionality theorem is able to deal with a single triangle, it is talking for a single triangle. One of the line have to be drawn. Say, let me explain a bit. The basic proportionality theorem is like this. If you are given with a single triangle, let me take this as ABC, choose any side and draw a line parallel to that side, and that line must cut the other two sides of the triangle. Say I am taking BC. Consider I am taking this BC. A student, considering this BC, I want to draw the parallel line. How I can draw a parallel line? With this BC, I may draw this parallel line also. It is also parallel, but whether this line is cutting this AB and AC, no, it is not cutting. Then basic proportionality theorem doesn't have any significance. So basic proportionality theorem have significance only if this line which is drawn parallel to one of the side is cutting the other two sides. Say you are drawing this line which is also parallel to this one. In this case, we are observing that this is parallel to this as well as parallel to this. But these two lines, let me call this as XY and this as MN. So this MN parallel to BC, we may write MN parallel to BC, also parallel to XY, but not cutting other two sides. What are the other two sides? That is AB and AC. So this simply means here BPT, basic proportionality theorem, not applicable. It simply means that. So if we're talking about the basic proportionality theorem, it means we have to take a line parallel to one of the side and cutting the other two sides. It is talking for this one. Okay, let me call this where it is cutting the side AB at P and AC at Q. In this case, this PQ is parallel to BC. Then the concept of basic proportionality theorem arises. So this BC is parallel to PQ, also cuts AB at P and AB at P and AC at Q. So when such a situation arises, then basic proportionality theorem applies here. And this basic proportionality theorem tells very few important things. One thing is what? The important thing is mathematical relation, but before that we have to understand why this basic proportionality theorem is important for similar triangle. If we observe it carefully, one can say while this PQ is intersecting this AB and AC and observing this figure, we can say it is able to form these triangles. One is this one. Are you getting? One is our A, P, Q. One triangle is this one is formed. Okay. Another triangle, one may take. This is starting with A, coming to this B, then B to C, then C to A. So this way we are observing that the two triangles are formed if a line is cutting the other two sides and that line is parallel to the third side. It simply means here we have two triangles. Means this basic proportionality theorem gives us what it gives. Keep in mind. So it gives two triangles. One is that, and these two triangles, considering the ratio of their side of these triangles, means you are free to take. What are these two triangles? Let me write that first here. A student, observe it carefully. First, it is for the single figure we have the two triangle. What these two triangles are? These two triangles are, one may write A, then going to P, then Q. This is the one triangle. And the other triangle is A going to B and C. So this BPT also verifies that since it is the parallel one, so criteria AA is satisfied and these two triangles are similar. It is one thing. The second thing called mathematical statement, which tells that whatever the ratios that you are able to take on one side, say you are free to take AB by AP or AP by AB. Okay, on one side, whatever the ratio you are going to take, the same ratio you also need to maintain. So considering this point P, I may take the ratio AP by AB. Okay, if I am taking this ratio starting with A reaching to P, the new line which is cutting at P, starting with A reaching to B, B was the vertex of the triangle which was given. This ratio, the same kind of ratio you have to take for the other side, where this PQ is cutting at Q. Means you have to first take this A to Q first. See, observe, A to P we have taken in numerator. So we need to take for the second side A to Q, right here AQ, and A to B we have taken, but for the other side, means side AC, we have to take this length AC. These are the ratio. These are equal. This tells this one. You are free to take this ratio in other fashion also. Means here I have taken in this fashion. Other way is taking this, starting with A reach to just P. Just take this much. Start with A reach to P. Then from P reach to B. It is the other way. Then on the second side, you also need to take the same ratio. Start with A reach to Q. Then start with Q reach to C. Okay. So it is this one, or even we can write, let me write this in yellow itself. AP A to P, then P to B, whatever the possible ratios that you can write on one side, the same ratio will also followed for the other side. Then A to Q, then Q to C. Keep in mind, a student, AP by AB is equals to AQ by AC. This AQ by AC need not be equal to AP by BC, because then the ratio become different. Because on one side we are taking AB by AP, and other side if we are taking AQ by QC, then the ratios we are taking is not the same. So same kind of ratios we have to frame. You are free to make other ratio also. A student, what other ratio you can take? You can start with this B, you can reach to P. Okay, or start with this B, reach to A, or we can also write like this, or we can start with A reach to B, the bigger side first, or we may start with the B even from the lower vertex. So let me write this B to A by P to A I am writing. So B to A, this bigger side you have taken, then P to A you are taking. The same way you have to look for the other side where the vertex is C. So C to A you have to go, the longer side triangle, go for C to A. Then we have taken here P to A, means here corresponding to P, it is the Q to A. Okay, it is like this one. A student, you can take this one. So taking the ratio is very important. This is the key thing that we have to keep in mind. And based on this only all the MCQs are solved. I'm not going to prove this BPT, but I'm going to use this result. So you are free to choose any ratio. What could be the other ratio? A student, you can write so many kind of ratio. You may take this BP by PA. You are free to take that way also. Or you may take this as B, P, B to P by, here I have taken this B to P, only this much. Then I am going to take P to A. P to A is same as, now you have to start with this C. C to Q and then Q to A. So whatever the ratio on one side we are taking, the same kind of ratio we need to maintain for the other side. That is the only concept. Okay. So these ratios will be equal. If you are taking the other ratios, you can also take. Here, these ratios are taken for considering one of the triangle. But student, you are also free to take this parallel line like this. Let me draw that here itself. Consider this is the triangle. Consider this as MNOP. MNO. Now I want to draw a line which is parallel to MO. Okay, student? Or MN. Let me draw a line parallel to this MO. A student, for drawing a line parallel to this MO, we have to take correctly. So take a line. Here we are observing that it is the line which is parallel to this one. Sorry. So take a line parallel to this. This line may be given any name. Let us take this as LM. Sorry, LX. Let me take. If it is cutting this as point A and B, then again, a student, what you need to keep in mind? You need to keep in mind these things. This is the vertex N. In this case, this ratio and this ratio. Same as this ratio and this ratio. So whatever the common vertex which is going to form, means the two triangle which is going to form, with reference to that you have to take. Okay. Do not take, say like AN first, you are taking this one, and then MO. If you are taking NA and MO, that will give you wrong result. Okay. So the theorem doesn't deal with the any odd pairing or considering by yourself. No, it always talk for whatever the ratios you are able to take. The order you need to maintain. It simply tell that one. So similar fashion we can write. The other, even AN and NO you are taking, then BN and NM you can take. Okay. So it doesn't depend that this PQ always need to be parallel to the base. It could be parallel to any of these sides. So whatever this mathematical explanation, the same is written in compact manner in form of the theorem. So a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect other two sides. It is important. That's why I have taken this intersecting. If we are taking non-intersecting, then no question of this BPT. In two distinct points, so other two sides divide in same ratios. It simply means that. So whatever the two ratios we are taking on the two sides, that will be equal. These possible ratios depends on you. It doesn't talk for just taking AP by PB. You are free to choose AP by AB also. You are free to choose BP by BA also. Okay. So that ratio. But the same kind of ratio you need to maintain on the other side AC also. Means if you are taking AP by PB, you need to take AQ by QC. It simply means that. Okay, so this is the basic proportionality theorem, and based on this, many questions are framed. Now, again, a student, the same thing is explained or expressed for the criteria of two similar triangles. Say, a student, here you have drawn the first figure, which I have highlighted with the marker, and the next a small figure. Here we are observing whatever the ratios among the side that we are able to write, the same ratios need to be followed. Means what? Even if you are taking a line parallel to this one, say, let me take, after drawing this PQ, I am going to draw this line. Okay, or let me take by the other color. Now, after this, if I am taking a line parallel to this one, a student, in this case, you can understand whatever the ratio AQ by AC was there. Okay, the same order here it can also follow for B PQR. Let me consider this as R. So BR and RC, or BR with BC. It means if I am writing this AQ as one side of a smaller triangle and AC as the other side, that can be written as AP by AB for a line parallel to side BC. But this AQ by AC, observe this. Now, observe for this one. If we are considering for this one, considering this way, the line, this one, for this AQ by AC I have taken, means started with the end of vertex for this highlighted line, student, the other highlighted line. For this we are getting the A is the end, Q is the intersecting, then AC. In this case I need to take, start with the end for considering this QR line, B to R I need to go, then B to C I need to go. So it is the combination of these two, we are able to get that. Means what I mean, you can understand like this. If I am writing AC, let me create some space here. Okay, students. If I am considering, you also please write. So taking this PQ parallel to BC, which ratio I can write? I can write, say, PA or AP by AB will be same as AQ, which is the point of intersecting, and AC, the bigger length we are taking, because AB on one side we have taken. It is like 1. A student, now if I consider QR, observe it is the highlighted one, means highlighted line which is drawn parallel to this AB. QR is parallel to AB. In this case, what we can write? A student, we are interested in taking the ratio AQ by AC on one of the side. Means on this side I have taken AQ by AC. Okay, means for this highlighted QR which is parallel to AB, the vertex A is taken, which is not common. So for the other side I need to start with this B to R, then again divided by B to C. So write this. So in this case I can write AQ by AC. This will be equal to, means for which line this BPT is applied. Considering QR parallel to AB, it is our BR by AC. Okay, student? It was like this one. Now, a student, it is the second one. Means comparing these two, what we can write? This is same as AP by AB is AQ by AC is equals to BR by BC. So, students, applying this, what we can write? If you want, you can write it. Say AP by AB is equals to AQ by AC. AQ by AC is common, so write it only one time. BR by BC. A student, what is it? This is representing the three ratios, which simply indicates that it consists of the two triangles. So this way, this single BPT is applied for the two triangles. So how to apply to solve this question? Let me go and explain those things. Students, now I'm going to solve some of the questions based on this. Let me clean slightly. So how these ratios are going to apply it? Next one is ratio of area. So whatever these ratios we are taking, whatever the two triangle is formed, if we are taking the ratios of their area, it is equals to a square of ratio of their side. It is this theory. So this is also very helpful based on this MCQ or frame. So ratio of area of two similar triangle is equals to ratio of a square of corresponding side. This thing we have to keep in mind. Next one is regarding the perpendicular, means Pythagoras theorem. See, right angle triangle at B, then hypotenuse square is equals to sum of, means a square of hypotenuse is equals to sum of a square of other two sides. It is this one. Another important property, if we draw perpendicular from the right angle vertex on the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle, then it is found that whatever the two new triangle 1 and triangle 2 it is formed, these two triangle 1 will similar to triangle 2 as well as the original triangle. So this will similar to triangle ABC also. So it is the third important. So these are only concepts, and applying these concepts we can solve any kind of question. Now let me apply these concepts. So for this I have taken this question. A student, whatever the figure given, you understand that figure clearly. You apply the BPT or you apply the condition of similar triangle. This you may understand, it is the two triangle, the triangle CMN and triangle CAB. Whether these two are drawn one over another or separately mean the same thing. In this figure it is given that MN, observe it, MN means even this one is parallel to this one. Okay, it is given, means BPT is applicable. Wherever such a condition is given, means the similarity condition is, sorry, parallel condition is given, blindly you shall think for BPT. It simply means that. Here BC is 7.5. So mark it right here. BC is our 7.5 centimeter. AM is 4. Observe, where is AM? It is like this one. Is our 4 centimeter. A student, MC, M to C is given as 2 centimeter. Okay, student, you need to find BN. What is this? Here to here. A student, keep in mind how the BPT is applied. Here this MN is parallel to AB. This implies BPT, basic proportionality theorem, can be applied. But for writing the basic proportionality theorem, we have to keep in mind whatever one side ratios we are taking, the same ratios we need to maintain on the other side. Means if we are taking, say, if we are taking CM, you are free to choose any one. CM by MA. You are getting this point? CM, this much segment I have taken, by MA, this much segment, what was given. Then on the other side, this have to be equated with the same length, CM. The same length you have to take on the other side. What it will be? It will be like this one. Student, I shall take first this much length only. Okay? It is corresponding to CM. We have to take CN. Then we need to take NB in these two segment only. Okay? Here in this question, it is given that CB is given. See? NB is X. It's okay. But we need CN. How to calculate this CN? When the length BC is given 7.5, in this we have to subtract BN minus of X. So this is important here. So let us complete the BPT. So CM by MA is equals to CN by NB. Just substitute it. You can take any ratio, you will get the same answer. So this simply means it is our 2 by 4 is equals to whatever CN. Here we have to substitute carefully. 7.5 minus X divided by X. Okay. So cancel this 2 times. Bring it, do the cross multiplication. 1 multiplied by X, X, and this become 2 multiplied by 7.5 minus X. Bring this X on this side. So 3X is equals to 15. So X is equals to 5 centimeter. So it's so simple. Student, you are free to choose the other one also, or even if you are taking, say, like this bigger one, or the best idea is that what is required, you first take it that. So required one is X, means BN, you can take it directly, by what is the given one on this side is our BC. So whatever BN we have taken, corresponding to that on the other side, it is our AM. Corresponding to this BC, which is the bigger segment, I need AC. So put it, X by 7.5 is equals to, it is our 4, AC is our 4 plus 2. Okay, means it is our 6. Again you will get X as 5 centimeter. You do it, you will get the same result. Are we getting? So we are free to apply. This is the very important concept. But apply the ratio carefully. Do not get misled just by taking X by 7.5 is equals to 4 by 2. That will give you the wrong result. So that I have explained in the previous page. I hope it is very much clear. Now let us go for the next question. Question number 6, their solution. So figure is given here. AHK is similar to triangle ABC. Student, see here. ABC is this one. AHK is this one. It is given that this is similar to this one, though the vertex A is common. If AK is 10, AK is 10 centimeter, you mark over the figure first. BC is 3.5 centimeter. B and C, we are getting this is the perpendicular line. So it is our 3.5. Then HK is 7. H and K, it is our 7 centimeter. We need to find AC is equals to what? Consider this as X. Here we are observing that vertex A is common, corresponding to vertex C, it is the vertex K. How I have observed? It appears this is perpendicular to this AC or CK. So for writing the ratios, I need to take the same order. Say A, K, if I am taking, I need to take A, C, the same order. If I am taking KH, means perpendicular direction, I need to take from this K, corresponding vertex is C, and going toward the B, the remaining vertex. Okay, it is this one. So write down the ratio. So right here, triangle, you may write. This is similar to the BPT, where you can understand like this. If you are folding it over this, you are able to get, it is going to cut like this, where this will be the B and this will be the C. Okay. So this similar triangle is unfolding of simply the BPT. But no need to do all those things, or you have to just keep in mind this thing while applying. No need to draw. So right here, triangle ACB, A, order is very important, student. A, C and B is similar to triangle A, K and H. Now while writing this triangle in order, you are free to write. I may write CA or AC by the other side, means first we are taking this, corresponding to this, it is the 10, means AK is equals to, now take the other, the side CB, corresponding to this we have this HK or KH. Now just substitute it, we are getting the result. Means simply x by 10 is equals to 3.5 by 7. So you are getting x is equals to 5 centimeter. Again, I hope everyone is getting, it is able to cancel it 2 times, it will go in numerator, so become 5 centimeter. So it's so simple, whether it is similar triangle or whether in single triangle a line parallel to one of the side is drawn, the same concept. Say based on the above concept, this question 7 is also here. Let me just explain quickly or do it quickly. EF is parallel to BC. It means okay, such that BC is our 8 centimeter. This is our 8 centimeter. Now a student, instead of AD, AB, we are given with BC and AE. Means you shall understand this is just separation of the two triangle like this. It is like this. It is this, where this is our B, C, A, this is like our D, this is like our E, this is like our A, where the vertex A is common. It simply means that. So whether it is done in the parallel form or in these two separate form, you are free to write the ratio. So BC is our 8 centimeter, AB this much length is given, means for the bigger triangle itself it is given 6 centimeter. So you may write it here 8 centimeter, 6 centimeter. Then DA is in the other triangle. DA means this is smaller length. Okay, so this DA is our 1.5 centimeter. So it is like our 1.5 centimeter. We need to find DE. What is this? So you may consider this as x. You are observing that corresponding to this side it is the 8. So you can write quickly x by 8. Corresponding to this side it is our 6. will be same as 1.5, because x was the side of a smaller triangle which was taken in numerator. So again we have to take the smaller length 1.5 in numerator and the bigger as this 6. Okay, so this way you can get it. So just calculate this x. So this implies our x is how much? It is 4. So it is our 2 centimeter. So questions are very easy. Student, don't bother for this chapter. What is going to be asked is very easy. Very quickly you can determine. So what was the above two? This same was combination in this question number 7. Now coming to the other. So this. Here we have to apply the ratio of area of two triangles. A student, keep in mind, here the ratio of area of triangle, what we can write? The two triangle are the triangle A P Q, a smaller triangle, by area of the triangle, or this may be written in the bracket, A B C. This will be, the formula is that if we are taking this a smaller triangle in numerator and bigger triangle in denominator, corresponding side length you have to maintain. So for this a smaller triangle A P Q, it was AP, so I need to write AP, and this AB I need to divide it by AB. So this ratio have to be a squared one. The same for the other. If we are taking AQ, then I need to take the bigger triangle as AC, there is square. So whether these two triangles are drawn one over another with common vertex or drawn separately, that doesn't matter. Okay, so this way this BPT and similar triangle ratios are coincident. The other one, whatever left is this one and even this one. So this is our PQ by BC, there is square. A student, this is the formula and this have to be applied carefully. Do not think that, say, if I am given with AP this much and another time PB this much, then if you are writing area of triangle APQ by area of triangle ABC is equals to AP square by BQ square, no, that will give you the wrong result. A student, if you are writing like this is equals to AP by PB, a student, this is wrong. Why? Because this PB is not the side length, it is just a part of this, so therefore it will give you a wrong result. So never write like this. Okay, so this much portion you have to always avoid. So that's why the theorem ends up to this much only. Okay, students, so this you have to take care. If you are not taking care, then you may get the wrong result, or better to write it here, not equals to AP by PB square or AQ by QC square. Whole square or writing AP square by AB square mean the same thing. So it should be a entire side length of triangle. It should not be any segment. Even if we are given with PB, we need to convert it into AB first. Okay, based on this the question is framed. Now let us solve this question. This is the concept. So let me solve the question number 18. A student, observe it. It is given that PQ is parallel to this BC and AP H to PB. A student, see, AP H to PB is given. See here, AP H to PB is given. It is our 1/2. A student, is this AP and PB is required? See, here we are observing that no, these two are going to give us the wrong result. This we have just observed, it is going to give us wrong result, means this ratio we cannot take. So what to take? We need to convert this PB into AB. How to convert? That is important. See, AP is okay, but here it is the PB. So I need to increase this PB, so convert this PB into AB or BA. I need this one. In denominator, I need this AB in place of PB. So how to do it? It's very easy. A student, you just take the reciprocal of this. Taking the reciprocal means just invert it. Why inverting? We need to convert this PB into AB. So PB added with PA, we are able to get AB. That concept we want to get. But how this addition can be done? By taking it in numerator, then adding one on both sides. That is called the componendo. You might have learned in your earlier standard. So this PB by, keep this PA as it is. Why? PA is representing one of the side of the triangle. So the side length is given, that need not disturb. So this will be equal to 2 by 1. After that, means from this, you are adding 1 on both sides. PB by PA plus 1 is equals to 2 by 1 plus 1. It simply means that. Now observe this, applying the simple algebra. You have to take the LCM as PA, which is required, okay? And this PB is there, 1, denominator is 1, so it will also multiply with PA is equals to 2 plus 1 is 3. A student, what is numerator? Observe, PB means it is this much length plus PA means it is continuous, so it is able to form our AB. So AB by AP you may write or PA you may write is our 3 by 1. Now again take the reciprocal of this. Why? Because I need the triangle APQ in numerator. APQ, are we getting in numerator? For that I need AP by AB. So again take the reciprocal. Like earlier we had taken reciprocal, again we are taking the reciprocal. AP by AB, this become 1 by 3. Therefore, now we can write area of triangle APQ by area of triangle ABC is equals to, what is that? APA square by ABA square. We are getting, it is starting from the same vertex, and these AP and AB are forming the two sides of the triangle. Okay, these two similar triangle basically. So this is, we have calculated 1 by 3, there a square, so it is 1 square by 3 square is 9. So you may write it is 1:9. So the option 1:9 you have to mark. That is the correct option. Okay, students. So this was the required answer. So this way it is very easy. So wherever this segment is given, you need to convert it into entire line. Then you have to take the ratios. A student, if you consider the 7th one, let me just explain it slightly here. Joining the midpoints, what you can get? You can get another triangle. So if you consider this as the length x, what will be this length? This is the midpoint. It is our x by 2. So what is this length? This length is also your x by 2. Okay. So the ratio of their side of the bigger triangle by a smaller triangle is always 2 by 1. Or side of the smaller triangle DEF is like this. Consider this as ABC. Then DEF are the point on AB, D, E, and F. If you are taking this ratio, area of triangle ADF by area of triangle ABC, you are free to take any of the side ratio. You may write this is the smaller side length x by 2 divided by x, their square. You are getting x getting cancelled, means it is like our 1 by 2 square. So it is 1 by 4. So the required ratio is our 1:4. So this you have to keep in mind. Joining the midpoint of the triangle, we are getting the smaller triangle which have the side length half of the given triangle. Say this will be half of this. If it is the other one will be the parallel to the other and also half of the bigger, to which this side is parallel. This we have learned in class 9. So it was this one. So this way the most of the concepts I have explained. Now let us go quickly for the next question, which are very easy. So let us quickly solve it. See, the same thing is presented here in the figure itself. Here it is required in first to find CE. CE, consider this as x. So you can take x and corresponding to this, the smaller length 3 itself is given. The another, you are free to take for this 1 and 1.5, means x is equals to 2. You are able to get it directly. So in MCQs, you just understand the concept, apply it quickly. Say again here, you need to find DA or AD. Consider this as x. You can write this x by this, x by 7.2. On the other side, 1.8 divided by 5.4. So you can find the x here. It is very easy. You please do it. Or let me do. Then you have to multiply this or divide this x by the 3. So 7.2 by 3 2s are 6 and 3 4s are 12. So 2.4 centimeter is the required answer. Similarly, a student, you can do the other one. See, in this figure also the same thing. This LM will be parallel to BC. So once you have to take this triangle and another side time this triangle. Similarly, the other time, if you are taking this side, then you have to consider for this. Taking the two ratios, you can do it. I hope you are able to do it. Substitute it here, take the two ratios. You will get it. So it is quite easy. Let me go for the other. This. Sometime in this statement form, the information is given. So wherever a statement is given, you first draw the figure. So that is the basics of geometry. Just bear with me for another 10 minutes. We are able to finish it. So a girl of height 10 centimeter is walking from the base of a lamp post at a speed of 1.2 meter per second. So you first draw a lamp post. So draw a lamp post. A girl of height 90 centimeter. It is the ground over which the lamp post is. Consider this as LM, as the lamp post. 9 centimeter somewhere. So this is 0.9 meter, I mean 90 centimeter, is walking away. It is important, means it is moving in this direction from the base of a lamp post at a speed of, so this time the speed is 1.2 meter per second. If the lamp is 1.6 meter above the ground, means this position M, this length is given. Are we getting? It is our 3.6 meter. Find the length of its shadow. Okay. A student, observe it carefully. Let me take the length of girl like this. So G and H is the girl. So the side ratio we have to take first. See, 3.6 meter is this one. The length of this girl is given as 90 centimeter. So first you need to convert both into the same unit. If you wish, you may convert this into the centimeter or even this in the meter. This is same as 0.9 meter. Let me keep it in meter itself. Now find the length of her shadow after 4 seconds. So we have to keep in mind, after 4 seconds its shadow we need. Initially the girl have started from here. It is given that the girl 9 centimeter is walking away from the base. Initially the girl was here, and after 4 seconds the girl have reached to here. So this was at t is equals to 0. This is at t is equals to 4 seconds. A student, so in this 4 second, what is LG? So LG is the distance covered lamp post base to this girl. G is equals to distance covered in 4 seconds. So distance covered by girl in 4 seconds. So this is given by V into T. So speed is given. Observe, it is in the meter per second. So 1.2 meter per second into the 4.8 meter. So this much length is your, from here to here the length is your 4.8 meter. Now shadow length, this will be the shadow length, because the ray will fall here directly and this will be the last or end of this shadow. So consider this as O. So students, observe it again and write the ratio. Now it appears very easy. Now here the two triangles are similar, we are able to write the ratios. So write two triangles are similar. So while the two triangles are similar, we are able to write the required length or the shadow length as x. Consider this as the x. So considering this as x, this is the shadow length for this smaller triangle. A student, now I need the bigger triangle. For that, the bigger triangle side length means we have to take, start from O, I have to reach to L. That is important here. If you are just taking GL, that will give you wrong result. So these things are important here. So you need to maintain it. Sorry. Students, now we need O to L, this much length. This much length is what? X plus 4.8. So I shall put this one. So x divided by x plus 4.8 should be equal to the other side length 90 means 0.9, because x we have taken from the side of the smaller triangle and the bigger one 3.6. Just get it. It's so simple. So it is like 4. So it is like our 4x is equals to x plus 4.8. So this implies x is equals to 4.8 by 3 divided 1.6 is meter is the answer. So this 1.6 meter is the required answer. So questions are very simple. You have to just think it, you have to draw it, you have to just calculate the length. So taking the ratios, that is the most important thing. Here if I am taking this a smaller length as one of the side length, I need to take this bigger length. Okay, no? So this is the only important thing or the key concept that you need to keep in mind. Now, let us take the other question. A student, the same kind of question, whatever we have discussed earlier, is this question number 1. Let me solve it. Here it is not the ratio, but a number is given. So many a time our students get confused. So triangle ABC is triangle DEF. Always keep the habit of drawing the triangle first. So write this as ABC and draw triangle DEF. A and F. Whatever the order given, you maintain that. Their area, let triangle ABC similar to triangle DEF and their area be respectively 64. It is given that it is 64 centimeter square and here it is 121 centimeter square. If EF is equals to 5.4, EF, mark it here. EF is this one. It is our 15.4 centimeter. Then find this BC. Consider this as X. It's so simple. Since the area of the two triangle is given and one of the side is given, we can apply the ratio of area of two similar triangle is equals to a square of ratio of their sides. It means if I am taking X corresponding to this side is given as 15.4. So take X divided by 15.4. This is the side ratio we are taking. So there a square we have to take. This have to be equated with the ratio of their area. But keep in mind, in numerator we have taken the smaller triangle. So we need to take 64 in numerator and 121 in denominator. Calculate the X here. That you are knowing that X by 15.4. For that you have to take the square root. A square have to be converted into the square root on the other side. 121. 64 is our 8. So it is 8 and 121 is 11 and here it was 15.4. So multiply this with the 15.4. Here we are getting 11. 1s are 11 and 0.4. So it is like 8 into 1.4. So 8 4 is 32 and 8 3 11. So this much length is there. Put the unit as the centimeter. So hope you a student might be getting this. Any doubt to any student, then they may ask. Otherwise, I have explained all type of questions. See, based on the same concept, here it is given that triangle ABC and triangle BDE are two equilateral triangles such that D is the midpoint of BC, the ratio of area of triangle B. Just we had solved, a student. Whatever this we have solved. This 1:4. The same thing is asked. See here. So you have to keep in mind, understand the question carefully, because 1:4 and 4:1 both is given. ABC are the and DF are two equilateral triangles such that D is midpoint of BC. Means you shall draw like this. It is the equilateral triangle ABC. So D is the midpoint of BC. So take this as D here. Then it's obvious the other one will be E, another one will be the F here. Okay, it is the midpoint. Midpoint simply means the half. It simply means that. So this side length, whatever, if you are considering this as x unit, it will be x plus x. This will be your 2x. So the ratio of area of triangle ABC, here it is asked as the triangle ABC, means bigger by the smaller, is your BDE. BDE. Say B, D and E. Here this have to be taken as E, this as F. So write B, D, E. The concept is very simple. It is half. So in numerator we are getting the bigger side. So it will be 2x, and denominator is just half of that. So it will be x only, and their square have to be taken. So taking their square, the x will get cancelled. You will get 4/1. So it is 4:1 is the correct answer. So what is asked? Which ratio is there? That you have to take care. Two similar triangle are in the ratio of 4:9. So area of 1 by area of 2 is given as your 4/9. If we consider their side length, say A1 square by A2 square, it simply means, or whole square you may write like this. So obviously their side ratio A1 by A2, the area of the triangle are in the ratio of, okay, sorry, it is the side length itself is given. Students, it is the side length itself. So whatever this is given is your side length itself. So make it as the small a and a small A1 and A2, the side length A1, A2. The capital A and A2 represent their area. This will be A1 by A2. Their square means it will be 4/9 square. It will be 16/81. This is the answer. Because area is required, area is a square of their respective side. It's so simple. The length of diagonal of a rhombus. It's very easy, but please understand. Please bear with me for another 4 or 5 minutes. So rhombus, you are already knowing that the length of diagonal of a rhombus is 16, and other one is 12 centimeter. The two diagonals are given. You are knowing that for the rhombus, the four side lengths are equal, but their diagonals are unequal. And another specific characteristic of this rhombus is that their diagonals are intersecting at right angle. Consider this as O. Okay. Then the longest diagonal means this one is given as A to C is given as 16. So A to O we can take this as 16/2, means it will be our 8 centimeter. This will also be 8 centimeter. The other diagonal Their length is the 12, so it will be your 6 centimeter, and this will also be your 6 centimeter, because diagonal of rhombus bisects each other at 90 degree. Then the length of this side, now what we are getting? We are getting this as a right angle triangle, where this is one side, this is the other side, this is the third side. So this way we can get the required length. Okay, students? So this we have to keep in mind. So write AB square is equals to AO square plus OB square. But AO is our 16 by 2. We have written that as 8. Their square plus this is our 6 by 12 by 2, that gives us the 6. So let us write it quickly. So this is AB square. So it is like our 8 square. Can I write this directly as the 64 plus 6 square is our 36. So it is our 100. So AB is under root of 100. So this is 10 centimeter. Okay, student. So this required length is your 10 centimeter. This is the required answer. Okay. So questions are very easy. You have to just think. So this is application of the Pythagoras theorem. Now, in this case, you have to choose which one of this is the following the Pythagoras theorem. That will give a right angle triangle. We need the right angle triangle. And what angle it is there? So, a student, what is the largest side is given in each of these group? Their square you need to take. So, take the 13 square, write it, 169. Now, take this 5 square, okay, and plus the other one, the two other smaller side, because hypotenuse is the longest side. So, that concept we have to keep in mind. 12 square. Just calculate this. 25 plus 144. We are getting this is also 169. So they thus both are same. This is equals to 13 square. This implies it is a right angle triangle. If this relation is not followed, means the longest side you are calculating their square and the sum of a square of the other two side, if you are doing that and you are not getting, then that will not be the correct. Even this one is following, this one is also following, these are not following. Okay. Even we have also written this triplet in our mental ability test for the faster calculation. It was that one. Students, the same thing. Student, the same thing is also in this figure. You are getting that these two triangles are the similar. In this case, the angle is required. How this can be proved as similar? A student, observe this carefully. If we are taking this 3 by 5, the same will be for this 3 is doubled and 5 is halved. Can we write this following the same relation? Students, we have to understand this or redraw this figure. It is also very easy. Here we are observing that, say 3 by 6. What is this ratio? 1 by 2. Here we are observing that 2.5 by 5. This is also 1 by 2. Means these two ratios are equal. Means this by this is same as this by this, and included angle, since it is a straight line, so it will be the vertically opposite angle. This will also be your 50 degree. So in this case we are observing that this is 30 degree, this will also be your 30 degree. Okay, so this we have to understand. This is 50. Obviously, whatever the remaining one is this one. This can be calculated, or even this can be calculated. It is our 180 minus of 50 plus 30. It is in the bracket. You will get this as the 100 degree is the answer. And the same 100 degree is this one, whether you calculate or whether you write by similarity. 100 degree. So question are very simple. In this case, student, what we are getting? The two triangle, the ratio of their area is given, and AB and AC is given. Then PQ is equals to. Student, write this carefully. Draw this figure. I think this is the last question. Triangle ABC. ABC. We are about to end. Please bear with me so that all the concepts can be discussed well. Is similar. A student, keep in mind, A corresponding to this there is Q. So you need to put this as Q. B is your R and it is your P. Triangle ABC by triangle PQR is 9 by 4. This is the ratio of area. AB is our 18. Write this as 18 centimeter. BC is our 15 centimeter. Okay. And then PR, we need PR. What is this? This is our X. Here we are observing that this 18 need not be useful to us because we have already drawn this on a scale considering this given statement. So you have to first draw this on a scale, otherwise there is a confusion that whether this for this X we shall take 18 or 15. So considering respective angle, we have already marked this, then there is no any kind of confusion. We can directly write this area of triangle ABC by area of triangle this QRP. Student, for writing the name of triangle, whether you are writing QRP or PRQ, that doesn't matter in the ratio form. But writing the two similar triangle or similar pair, we need to write their respective angle. Very first day we have discussed and analyzed these things. So this can be written as, first we have taken the ABC. So the 15, it will be like our BC by, in corresponding to this BC, it is our RP, that square also equals to, if the other one is required, then that may be taken, but here it is not required. So no need to write. So writing, drawing on the corresponding scale, that solve your question. So this ratio is given by 9 by 4 is equals to, BC is our 15 by X their square. A student, just convert it into, so 3 by 2 is equals to 15 by X. This implies bring this X here. So 15 by 3 into 2. So it is 5. So X is equals to 10 centimeter. A student, what is the key thing in this question? The key thing is that many a time a student get confused with this 18. So this 18 is not useful here. The purpose was whether the student is understanding the taking the corresponding vertex of the given similar triangle or not. With the help of that, I have rejected this 18 is not useful. Rather, this 15 is useful for us. Okay, student? It was all. So this way we have finished this chapter. Each and every questions, whatever we have selected, we have done it. See, there is no any question. So this was all about. So student, all the mathematical concepts required for solving the MCQs and revision, we have done it. Now it is your time to practice more MCQs and do a bit more. So next class, tomorrow. Okay, we shall start with the chemistry. Say metal, non-metal. Let me finish this first. Or I think we shall start with the physics and biology. Bio we have finished. Okay, let us start with this metal and non-metal. Very simple question. One or two question will be asked from this. At least one question will be there from this metal, non-metal. So that we are able to finish. I will, so within a day, I will be able to finish this metal and non-metal. And if the time permits, we may go for the next chapter also. Okay, student, thank you for bearing with me because it was a marathon. Even we have to move a bit faster. So thanks a lot that you people are keeping so much patience.